So one day while I was watering my friend's houseplant, I realized it's growing a little bit too much. I thought it's time to upgrade our houseplant to something cooler. And for the video, it can't be any tree, so I thought Japan and plant bonsai trees. Today we're gonna go get some bonsai trees, hopefully making one ourselves, not buying the complete one. So we're gonna go do pruning, wiring, all the shenanigans. So come along with me to get our first bonsai tree. Let's go! For today, a few equipments we have to buy, which is first the nursery plant, second the cutting equipment, a pot, some wiring tools, and soil. So these are a few things I have to buy today. So currently we are at a place called Ueno Green Club. They sell bonsai nurseries and some equipment. So many cute trees, and they don't cost that expensive, to be honest. It's actually pretty in budget. I found the tree. So for the wirings, apparently you're supposed to pick size half the thickness of your branch. So this is like half the thickness, I think. This pot is a little bit too shallow, so we don't know how long the roots are, so to be safe, I think we're gonna get a deeper pot. We just got home. Let's see what we got from the store. Before we start, let's put up some cover so my table doesn't end up with all the soil on top of it. We got this plant from the nursery called the hinoki, the Japanese cypress, and we're gonna remove this from the plastic pot and try to remove some of the debris, like loose soil on top first. So I'm gonna use this wooden stick I have lying around to remove some of the loose soil on top and see where the trunk and the root starts. The soil is a little bit tough, so I'm going to use some ice cream stick to try to break off some of the top layer of the soil. But I think the roots are quite overgrown, so there's not much loose soil in the top part. Be patient with me. So the next step would be to decide which part of our plant tree do you want it to be the front. This is the front of our tree. And from then, we should remove some of the dead leaves that are on dead branches using tweezers and some pruning scissors. I've tried my best to remove all of the dead foliage from the plant. Now I'm going to do some basic, not pruning yet, but just remove all the dead branch using a scissors. So we start from the bottom and work our way up top. We finished removing all the dead branches from the tree. Now we're gonna start pruning, which is one of the most difficult process in this whole thing. It is a creative process, which I usually am really bad with. I am not good with any creative process. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this tree won't die. I'm pruning quite a bit of the tree, and the next step is that we should be using the wire to bend the shape to create some flow. I have no clue what to do with the wires because I've been looking at tutorials online a lot and I don't really understand it. So I'm gonna wing this, start wiring some of the branches. I'm gonna start with this branch. I want to bend it down to look like this first. Once it gets to a certain height, then you'll cut it off with a wire cutter and bend it to the shape you want it to be. I want it to go like this. So we finished with our first wiring of the first branch. I'm gonna wire this branch to go back here. So the next one would look like that. So I am kind of halfway done. So it's looking a little bit more like a bonsai tree now. A little bit compared to the beginning. I think it's looking a little bit better bit by bit. But this is, I think it's the hardest process so far, is to like decide which way the tree bends to. Because I really don't know what way it should look like right now. It's just like spread out a lot. I feel like it should like split into a direction more. This is quite challenging. So I'm kind of done with the wiring. It looks like this, the final product. It's not too bad, but hey, it's the first time for everything, right? So after we're done with wiring everything in, I'm going to remove the soil and pot this in this new container. But before then, we gotta prep this first. So let's get this ready. In order to prep this, we need this pot mesh for the drainage system. Small mesh to fit this drainage hole in the bottom, which looks like that. And then we're gonna fix this with a wire. So I've secured the mesh within the pot with the wires, which looks like that. And then I am going to attach this long wire through the mesh hole so that we can attach the tree to the pot. Next up, we have to remove all the old soil first. I'm gonna need a chopstick to break this apart. Got my chopstick. Let's slowly break this apart. Slowly loosen the soil. So I've just finished removing most of the soil from the plant. So this is a root that's been growing when I brought it. So I'm gonna place this into here. I'm gonna place it a bit off center so it looks like this, like that. And I'm gonna fill it with some soil. So this is the final product, which looks like that. I'm gonna water it. Ta-da! This is it, guys. I finished it at last. We'll know if it's gonna be good or not in a few weeks, but hopefully it lasts forever. It can grow up to a few. It can take forever, 10-20 years to grow this. So that's it for today's video. If you guys are interested in these kind of videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next episode. Bye.